We're working lap 108 of the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Nashville, presented by Shell. We're glad you're with us. Right now, the lead up front between Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. Kyle has led a total now of 16 laps. Logano has led 58. The other leader has been 34 for Carl Edwards. In fact, that gives us a chance to give you the Holiday Inn race recap. And you can see the three leaders that we have talked about as we've had the total of 8 lead changes. And take a look at a battle for fourth as we continue to show the recap. Brad Keselowski getting around Kelly Byers. Moves Byers back to 5th.
I'm just still real impressed with Kelly Byers. Just solid all day long. And this Keselowski, he's another one that just week after week's got a fast car but has a problem finishing. But Texas, he finally pulled it off, got that thing up there where he needed to do. Looks like it might happen again today.
The thing I like about Keselowski is he stays tough all race long. The longer the race goes, it seems the better he gets. He just wears them down, and he peaks at the right time at the end of the race.
Let's go back to a moment ago between these two. As you can see, Keselowski closing on Kelly. Oh, Kelly gets loose.
Big time loose.
And Brad says, thank you very little.
Brad says, that's how you pass a car. Get the guy real loose and drive underneath him. Look at this. This is a late exit loose right there.
Yeah, Brad even let it breathe a little bit, thinking he might come down on him.
You know, Andy, that's how I used to pass cars. I get right on somebody's rear end and drive down to turn 3, get them real loose, and they dart up the track and drive underneath them.
You did that on purpose?
Yeah, the problem, though, is the next corner, the guy would do it to me again, though.
All right, so there you see the battle for 4th and 5th. Let's move a little bit further back in the field and check in with this young rookie in the 16 car, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He is now running 13th. Remember, started shotgun on the field after having to go to the back after a great qualifying effort. Let's get the latest from Shannon as she's caught up with crew chief.
Well, listening to the radio right now, Ricky Stenhouse is giving his crew chief, Eddie Pardue, some information about that car. But I got to ask you, what do you think about your young driver's performance here so far today?
Well, the City Financial Ford Fusion started off a little tight, but Ricky's doing a great job, doing good out there.
All right, we'll let him get back to work right now because we are still under green flag, but Ricky Stenhouse definitely has a lot of mentors, his Roush Fenway teammates.
And we've just noticed, Andy, you picked up a little damage on that left front.
Yeah, that's one thing he might want to take a look at on this next stop. He's got some damage on that left front fender. He moved all the way up to 10th spot. Now he's slipped back to 13th. They may need to take a look at that, how to get it fixed.
Looks like that air dam in the left front on the bottom is bent under. Andy, could that have happened coming out pit road, coming off the track?
Well, he's been in some pretty tight spots on the racetrack. I'm not sure that didn't happen when they were racing for position up there around 10th spot.
Well, you heard that they were talking about... Whoa, hang on!
Time loose right there.
He almost put it in the wall on the right side. Could have had matching fenders.
I think some of that sprint car experience came in handy right there.
That was a good recovery by the youngster. Yeah, and you heard Shannon talking about the teammate and how it all comes together. We had a chance to talk to him about it.
I've learned a little bit just from listening to them on the radio and things like that, how they like the car to be at the beginning of the runs, and so it'll be good at the end of the run. But I've learned a little bit from them. I'm looking forward to learning a lot more this year.
And as we have gone past halfway here, Ricky Stenhouse, as you see, started 43rd, and you can see the progression all the way. His highest position was 10th, as you mentioned, Andy. He has dropped back those 3 spots, but maybe they'll be able to get him back into that top 10. Let's go back and take a look at the hacksaw job he did on this steering wheel to save it.
Well, some good reactions behind the steering wheel. You see here, and he is all over that wheel, Rusty.
Right, left, hold on.
He did it all at the right time.
He did.
You forgot one last part. Breathe again. All right, let's take a look at Bliss and Reagan, and that's the battle for 6th, and looks like Bliss is trying to pull away from him a little bit. Remember, Reagan got caught for speeding on the first round of pit stops, and David has been marching his way back ever since. And
we've been talking about the one car being loose. Rusty noticed it, and that pays off in these long runs. If you do have a loose race car, the best part of the run is probably going to be at the end of the run when it does seem to tighten up. Hey, Dave, you caught up with somebody with the 6 car here?
Yeah, and he just recently on the radio from David himself, a little free. He needs grip from the center off, and that's what he's asking for. So that's one of the reasons why he saw Bliss coming, but he really couldn't hold him off.
And you see David's chart right there, as the low spot for him was that 33rd restart after getting caught for speeding. And as we get ready to go to commercial break, let's recap the lead up front, because you got Kyle Busch by a full second now over Joey Logano. Carl Edwards 1.6 seconds back of the leader in third. And there's the rest of the top 5 as we're past halfway, but the action isn't over here at Nashville just yet. Welcome back to the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Nashville, presented by Shell. We're under our 4th caution right now, and unfortunately for Scott Wimmer, last year's race winner, that's his catch can out in the middle of turn 3, and that's a no-no.
Yeah, he made a green flag pit stop with a flat right front tire, came off the pit road, and I guess this catch can got stuck. See it on the car right there. Fell off on the track, had to throw a caution for it.
So a tough break for Scott, and here comes everybody down pit road, as the last time they stopped was lap 83. It's lap 123, Jamie.
And Kyle continued to rack up the laps. Here they're going to put on some scuff tires. No adjustments. The 8 car is good. Dave.
Joey Logano comes in. The car got tighter quicker on this last run, so they will make an air pressure adjustment and a chassis adjustment on that car. I believe it's track bar for the 20 car. Carl Edwards' car is still tight. It's been that way all day long. They'll take on 4 tires. They're looking at a wedge adjustment to try to change the way that car handles for Carl. He hasn't been able to catch those guys yet today after an early lead as they remove the windshield there, and he is going to win the race off pit road, Marty. It looks like they can pick it up on pit road, too.
It is going to be Carl Edwards by 2 positions picking it up off of pit road. Kyle Busch ahead of Joey Logano. In fact, Joey could have been second, but he spun the tires and sort of bogged the car a little bit. That was all Kyle needed. But here's that advantage that you were talking about. There it is. Right there. And boy, we have another lead change thanks to the pit crew. ABC's your destination tomorrow, and we've got the Mavericks and the Hornets first up at 1 Eastern, then at 3:30 Eastern. Big game, Celtics, Cavs, the NBA on ABC. Sunday coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern with GMC. NBA countdown for more. Log on to ESPN.com. Let's listen. Remember we told you that the car on the 20 car sort of bogged coming out of pit lane. Here's the conversation with Joey and the crew.
Chris, it's my fault. I jumped the clutch too early, I thought. All right, one big happy team here. I want to watch you drive by him anyways.
And drive-bying him anyways is a reference to Carl Edwards. But remember, the last 2 times that Carl has had the lead, he's been very good early in the runs. About 10 to 15 laps before the guys behind him have been able to track him down.
See if he can change that trend right here. He's got the lead. See how long he can hold it. A little scramble going on behind these guys.
Yeah, David Reagan had a little moment there as he pulled out. And we've got another spin coming out of turn number 2. Ken Butler as he has backed it hard into the wall.
Frank, bring it around if you can here, KB.
Yeah, he's shortened that car up pretty good in the back.
Well, he's able to at least get it running. So get back to pit lane. I think when they see it, that'll be about it for the day.
The right rear, we backed into the wall, Robbie. It should be fixable, not competitively, but we'll be able to fix it. It's not, I can't even start it right now.
He was running 23rd at the time, had a pretty good run going. He had just gotten a penalty from NASCAR during that last pit stop, which he had forced him to move to the back. Let's see if that was any reason for this.
Dude, he get off it. He just car gets around on him. And that's the treacherous part of these. These restarts. The tires are not warmed up yet, and he's out in that outside groove where there's trash.
Well, he's heading for the garage. We should tell you the Aaron's lucky dog on that last caution was the 62 of Brendan Gaughan. And we'll get to know who gets it this time when we come back to Nashville here at the Superspeedway.